Welcome or welcome back to Starting From Scratch. Today is Friday, and today is a snow day actually in Seattle. The town is kind of shut down, and there's a huge storm watch happening, so I've decided to hibernate until it's over and maybe cook some stuff. So my aunt actually sent me a recipe for a zucchini ravioli, and she said, "Hey girl, try this so I don't have to." And I was like, okay, let's do it. So the first thing we need to do, which is actually already happening, is preheating the oven to 375 degrees. The second thing we need to do is peel the zucchini. So we need to peel this like super thin so it can kind of act as like a noodle. So I have a peeler, which I'm hoping will work. I don't know, let's see. So you need 4 medium zucchinis, and then we'll just cut off the top and bottom and we'll just slice away. I don't know. That seems like a lot of work. That took me a while, and I've only been through 2 so far.
Eternity later.
Okay, I've gone through 2.5 zucchinis and I'm kind of just over it. So I'm going to just use what I have. But this is like so obnoxious. I'm not a fan of doing this. Maybe if I had something better to peel it with, that would be better. But this is so tedious and like I'm getting really irritated, so I'm gonna stop. The next step is to mix all of the cheese together and make our filling. So in a bowl, we're gonna mix ricotta cheese, Parmesan cheese, an egg, basil, and salt and pepper. So for the basil, you're supposed to use fresh basil. I went to 2 different grocery stores, but because Stormwatch 2019 is here, every grocery store is out of everything. There was no basil to be found in this town. So I'm using dried basil. I googled it. It said that if you're using dry basil, just use half of what the recipe calls for. And the recipe calls for 2 tablespoons, so I'm just going to use 1. So first thing is ricotta cheese. And we need 2 cups of that. Wow, guys, I'm really dumb. So I'm using like scooping everything I can into like a cup. And then I'm like, wait, this is 16 ounces. I need 2 cups of ricotta cheese. Like, I just need this whole thing. So, okay. Ricotta, done. Next we need half a cup of Parmesan cheese. So the first round of snow hit in Seattle on Sunday, I think, last week. And I got sick. So it's been a rough week. I'm freezing all the time, I'm sniffly, I'm miserable. But I powered through, and now I can just enjoy my weekend, cuddled under blankets, eating my ravioli, and living my best life. Next, 1 egg. 1 tablespoon basil. And again, you would use 2 tablespoons, but since there's no fresh basil in this town, so we'll mix all this up. I forgot the salt and pepper, and the salt and pepper is just for taste, so doesn't tell me how much to use. Don't they know Ellie can't be trusted with things like this? Just willy-nilly do what you want. Sure, that's good. Now we'll mix this all up. Cheese has been mixed with the egg and the basil and the salt and pepper. So next step is to assemble our noodles. And they want you to like crisscross them so it's like two zucchini, and then you like fold them over each other. So like this, like 2 are on the bottom and then 2 are on the top the other way. You'll fold the cheese you'll fold the zucchini around the cheese, and that'll make like your little ravioli. I'm just gonna fill them and make them look full. I'm not really gonna measure them out. So the ingredients call for extra virgin olive oil for baking dish, but then it doesn't specify how much. So I'm just gonna put this in here. I guess it's to help it not stick. And then once you fold the zucchini into a little square, look at this little guy. We'll put them face down so that they don't open up onto the pan. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Zucchini that I cut up only filled this much, so I'm gonna go ahead and give in and do the rest of this damn zucchini. Why are you so difficult? So now my zucchini is broken in half and I'm just over it. I feel like I'm about to slice my finger off, but you know, I just can't be bothered. And I've officially given up. These are not gonna do anything, but you know, I'm honestly just gonna put them on top of each other and squish cheese in between. I'm sick and I don't wanna deal with it. So we'll just make some little zucchini sandwiches and hope for the damn best, you know? All right, so this is what we have. As you can see, I started off ravioli game strong up in here, and then I was just I literally don't care anymore. I want this to end. So I realized this recipe also calls for garlic.
I feel like I'm forgetting something.
And then the directions don't ever tell you to put it in there. So instead of mincing garlic today, I'm just not going to do it. But if you have an obsession with garlic, then by all means, probably mix it in with the cheese. So now that we have this all done, I'm going to top it with marinara sauce and then mozzarella cheese. So we need 1.5 cup marinara sauce. Holy shit. Why didn't I just do this over this? Hello. So we got our marinara sauce just all over the top here. I'm gonna just put the remaining ricotta chunks on top, and I'm gonna put mozzarella cheese on top of that. And 1/2 cup mozzarella cheese. Which, sure. She's a beauty. We're gonna put her in the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes and we'll be done. So I didn't realize how over this day I already was until I started cooking, but man, that just took it out of me. And I mean, I'm getting over a cold, so maybe that's why I'm not into this day, but I thought I was feeling better. Apparently not. Someone over here is having a party today. I get it, it's a snow day, but can we just drink alone? Yes! Today, wait, holding back. We're going big, yo. Yeah, that's good. That'll do the trick. So I have really been trying to drink more wine and live my life. No, I'm just kidding. I've really been trying to get more sleep as a New Year's resolution, goal to myself. I've been having so much trouble since the beginning of the new year. Okay, Let me tell you how lazy I am. I live less than a mile away from work. I drive every day. Not because I don't want to walk, but because I literally can't get out of bed in time. And it's something that I'm like, it frustrates me because I'm like, why am I this way? 7 a.m., I just can't do it. Like, I hate it. So I've really been trying, like, this year, I am going to become a morning person, which I have since realized I think is like a genetic trait that you have to, like, get at birth. But my mom's a morning person. My dad is not a morning person. So I may just be doomed. But since I've been sick this week, my sleep's been on point. Let me tell you, I've been like, 6 a.m., I'll raise you one and wake up at 5:30. Because I went to bed at freaking 4 p.m. So it's been a week, let me tell you. Good and bad. But now we're quarantined inside. Hibernation for the next week or whatever, you know. Seattle Storm Watch 2019. It's going to be the worst storm. It's not that, like, the Midwest is having it way worse, like 100%. But we're just not equipped here in Seattle. We had snow on Sunday and everyone was like, it's not going to be a big deal. It won't stick. It's going to be fine. And then Sunday came. It snowed. And then it got just warm enough to, like, melt it. And then at night it froze. So then all the roads were like icicles. So then, you know, the town shut down. I did walk to work those days. But then this storm came around and, like, they were like, yeah, it'll melt off, blah, blah. So then everyone was like, oh my God, like, it's way worse than we thought. So they're like, by the way, it's going to snow again. And let me tell you, it's going to be bad. So everyone went to the grocery store. They were like, the grocery store was out of everything. All the frozen food section was, like, completely empty. Canned food's gone. Like, lines out the door at different supermarkets. Like, it was insane. Okay. We'll see how tomorrow is because I'm pretty sure it'll freeze tonight and then it'll be like it was on Sunday where, like, it's just a sled fest on the freaking roads, but who knows. Okay, it should be done. Oh yeah. It looks so good. It smells so good. It's like bubbly, warm. From here, we top it with a little more basil and Parmesan cheese. It smells so good. And then I'm just gonna sprinkle some more basil on top. And that's it. Now I'm gonna give it a try. Look at that. Look at that. It's all steamy and yummy. It smells delicious. Wow, that's good. I mean, it's basically all cheese, so how could you go wrong? Really? But it's so good. Alright, I take back everything bad I said about this recipe. It's great. If you have, like, a mandolin to cut the zucchini, like, game changer, because I was so frustrated by that. But other than that, it's a win. Remember to add your garlic. Okay, that's it. That's Aunt Jen. Less talk. Was not a fan in the process of making this. Worth it. As I was making it, I was like, I am not a fan. But, like, now that it's done and I'm, like, have, like, 30 minutes to, like, forget about what just happened as it cooked, I'm like, yeah, it was worth it. It was worth it. I'm telling you, try it. It is good. So, until next time, subscribe. Tell your friends, subscribe, do your girl a solid, and I'll see you next time. Bye!